my story.
I'm delivered.
Here's my story.
Listen to it.
Life and favor upon
Life and favor. See, you don't know it, because I was living it and writing it. It's still being written while God's favor's on me, because He's the God of mercy. That's why I love Him. Life and favor, and it doesn't run out. Oh, how wondrous. It's my story. Every chapter is different, but it's a complete story. See, I can't even imagine the things you've really gone through. Life and favor is upon me. You can't imagine how painful it was, but it was both preparation and purpose, and it must have its perfect work in us. So that's when we take it again.
Here's my story, life and favor.
Even though it's a process, life and favor is upon you.
Oh, let me tell it. Life and favor.
You're not the same person anymore.
Say I'm not the same, I can't do it. God of mercy.
He brought you out, because He's the God of grace
and favor
and mercy.
And mercy. Oh, how wondrous is my story.
Life and favor.
Friend, listen. Can't imagine
the things you've really gone through.
Somebody say with me, I'm delivered.
Life and favor upon me.
Look somebody in the face and say, can't imagine.
I can't even imagine how hard it was for you,
Life and favor.
how deep the tears were. But great is His grace, great is His mercy. He loves us, and He brings us out time after time after time.
Oh, anybody up there?
And it never fails.
And imagine everything I've gone through,
And He will continue to bring us out, because He's faithful.
Come on and say life and favor. Life and favor.
Life and favor.
Anybody out there know
Life and favor. It's on you right
Life
now,
and favor. Life and
and you do deserve it.
Love and favor.
No condemnation.
My children.
Receive it.
Somebody say over my home. Somebody say over my family. Over my job, over my car. Somebody say it. Life and favor, life and favor. Now look at your neighbor and say it like you mean it. Life and favor. Wave your hands on your job and say life and favor. Put those headphones on and cry life and favor. If you know what I'm talking about, say life and favor. Life and favor. Favor and life from the Lord on high. He lifts us up and sets us above. Because
it all started in the month of June. 1990 was the year. Most of the time I used to kick it on the corner with some of my peers. And South Central was the place that I called home. See, Dad was never home, so I felt broken and all alone. See, deep inside my heart was really aching, and at the time it needed more than V8 for me to really straighten. Had a hole in my heart, needed to fill it, so I thought tagging on the walls and stealing would do it. It didn't find what I was looking for in a girl, or sex, booze, or drugs. I needed greater love. See, where I come from, I'm supposed to be just another number. Statistic, die young like Lil Bumper. But someone loved me so much, even though I didn't know it. He had his hand upon my life, and many times he showed it. So in the year of 90, June the 90 was the day I gave my life to Jesus Christ in the major way. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn. How
talking about, man?
I'm talking about a love so deep, it's way deeper than NBC. A love that sets you free, even if you don't believe it's a kind of love that surpasses anything gigantic. Has got us more love for you than Rose and Jack had in Titanic. Sometimes I have to ask myself, am I spiritual health? How deep is my love for God? Am I just ripping them off? Some ask, how can you believe in what you cannot see? Blessed are those who believe and yet not seen.
Falling in love with him.
Oh yes I do. God sent his only son to earth to die on the cross for you. He shows his love every day of life. He made the birds fly, gave his air to breathe to the bluest sky. You say you love him but don't even show it. Well, if you never told to show your spouse some love, out the door you go. Probably because we were made for love. If we feel bad without love, how about him above? Just a little something from my mind to ya. A few thoughts to school ya. You say you love him, do ya? He showed his love when he sent his son from above. The question's not for him, it's for you. How deep is your love?
How deep is your love?